Kaduna State with amnesty initiative there to curb the insecurity in the region. We'll move very quickly from security matters now to energy. The Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria has asked the federal government to privatize state-owned refineries, requesting a 100 billion naira grant from President Bola Tinubu to help oil marketers stay afloat. In a statement on Saturday titled PETROAN'S Retrospect of Nigeria's Oil and Gas Downstream Sector 2024, the association listed several groundbreaking moves in the sector in the outgone year, but it recommended the privatization of Nigerian-owned refineries, such as the Warri and Kaduna refineries, to reputable private companies to improve efficiency and reduce government spending. Petron, in a statement signed by its President Billy Gillis-Harry, National Secretary Adedibu Aderibigbe and spokesman Joseph Obele, said the grant request is to avoid the closure of oil marketers' businesses. This, it said, is to help prevent the closure of 10,000 marketers' businesses. The request is in response to the threat of job losses that would result from the removal of the fuel subsidy. The association called on authorities to work with neighboring countries to strengthen border security and prevent smuggling, and also utilize digital tracking systems to monitor petroleum products from refineries to retail outlets. Since the removal of fuel subsidy in May 2023, the cost of the essential commodity has moved from around 170 naira to about 1,000 naira in several parts of the country. But Petron wants a competitive market by encouraging new entrants and promoting a level playing field to prevent monopolies and ensure fair pricing. And now joining us via Zoom to give more insight on this is the National President, Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria, Billy Gillis-Harry. Good evening and thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening and thank you for having Petron on board this evening.
The pleasure is mine.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to Nigerians.
Thank you. I wish you the same. I'd like to hear from you. I mean, in the past, the government has done a number of privatization. I mean, there's been an attempt on the Nigeria Telecommunications Limited and also power sector, power distribution companies. Now we're talking about state-owned refineries. I'd like to hear from you. How different do you think this is going to be and how would it change the sector?
Petron's support for privatization is premised on effective management and very, very effective maintenance of the refineries. We have gone through decades of years without refining capacity of the country. And what we as retail outlet owners have seen is that we need to make sure that we support the government, support NNPC, and also support Nigerians to ensure that the refinery is working efficiently. And that's why we are supporting and pushing for privatization of the refineries so that it can be efficient and we do not lose our businesses.
I know with the government promising more efficiency in the refineries, Port Harcourt refinery is already working, although not at full capacity, even for Warri too. And now we're talking about, you are suggesting privatization. So are you saying a full privatization or partial privatization? And how do you think the government should go about it? I know we're all looking towards efficiency.
Well, I think the way the government should go about it, first, there are major stakeholders in the industry. Our most critical stakeholders is the MEMAN, the Major Energies Marketers Association of Nigeria, followed by DAPMAN, and then, of course, followed by all of us sister organizations, including Petron. We could advise the government on the best way to go and the contents of how the privatization will be able to work. And if that is done, the way the private sector will make contributions to, it will be very successful. Because private sector want efficiency, they're looking to profit, but more than profit, we're also looking to serve. Because you must have clients to be able to, do your business. And so we know how to do it because we're grassroots.
And now Petron is also seeking 100 billion naira grant from the government, to prevent job losses. How do you think this is going to help in that regard?
Well, the 100 billion that we're asking for is not so much. It is what we are hoping that the federal government should discuss with us and deposit in what we will call the Energy Bank of Nigeria, because there's an Energy Bank of Africa, and we recall that we had called